Hello, this is Chuck Ridgway. Well, within hours of our live stream on Sequential Function Chart programming in IEC, we got a really interesting comment that I'm going to answer with a short video. Here's the comment. Wish we could get more detailed videos regarding SFC, like how to actually incorporate ladder in the blocks. Well, while I did show a SFC block that had an action within it programmed in ladder, I didn't show in the demonstration how to switch the language over from structured text to ladder. So that was a very good comment that we got there, and we're going to get that rectified right now. Let's head over to Cscape. Now you have your choice in SFC of languages when you're programming either an action within a step or when you're programming a condition. So let's show first how to switch your languages for a condition. All right, so I'm going to double click on this existing transition here, and that brings up the transition editor so that we can edit the condition that causes the transition to be true. Now this is currently programmed in structured text, as you can see, and if I right click here, you'll notice that I don't have the ability to change languages. That's because I've already got some code here. If I delete this code, so I have a completely blank space, which I also have a completely blank space when I first install or first enter the editor when I'm programming the condition. Now if I right click, I can set the language to ladder, for instance. Okay, very good. So now with a condition, we're just looking for a single ladder rung to become true for that condition to be met and for the transition to be passed through. So in this case, really all I want to do is check to see if my temperature exceeds the set point. If it does, we're going to have a true condition and we want to pass on to the next step. So I can go ahead here in my comparisons area on the toolbox, select greater than, drag it to the screen, and then quickly program it for if the water temp degrees Fahrenheit is greater than a fixed set point of 150, then my condition will be true. I don't have to assign anything to the coil here. My condition is met, my rung is true, therefore this transition will be passed through. Okay, so now when I hit the X here and save it, I have changed over to ladder for my condition. For a step, it's very similar. So let's say here under the heat step that I want to program, let's say, the N action with ladder. I have several pieces of logic I want to execute. I may decide to keep structured text for P1 and P0, but I may decide that, hey, I want ladder for N. So since this is completely blank, I can right click and change over to either ladder or function block diagram. When you're programming an action, function block diagram is also a choice. So I will go ahead in this case and select language of LD, and then I can build my rungs here, and they all will be executed because this is an N action. They'll all be executed the entire time this step is active. Okay, so I hope that was useful for you to answer that question. It was a great follow-up question, and hopefully that'll teach you to go ahead and make that comment, ask that question in the section, the comment section for one of our videos, and we'll do our best to get those answered, sometimes with a follow-up video.